Okay, so do you know anything about this brand, this name, Harley Davidson?
Can you repeat? Harley.
Yeah, Harley Davidson. Let me share my screen. Okay, so as you can see, we're going to talk about this brand, this name, Harley Davidson. And we're going to know about it and we're going to talk about it. Of course, you may heard about motorbike, so because actually it's really famous, so well known everywhere, especially in actually period of time. So especially for young people, that was, I don't know, something like kind of style. So everyone who had Harley Davidson was cool, and I don't know, something like was really cool and stylish and something like this. And we're going to talk about it. So do you know anything about this brand's name?
Honestly, I don't really know about this brand.
Of course, of course. So now of course,
Yeah.
now we can talk about it. So, well, let's read this text about Harley Davidson. May I ask you to read this one?
Yeah, okay.
Thank
Harley
you.
Davidson. In 2003, the Harley Davidson brand was 100 years old. Although its brand image is based on the spirit of will, why, and rebellious youth such as Marlon Brando in the film The Way One, 1954. The typical consumer is very different. They are likely to be rich, middle-aged accountant trying to recapture their youth. The average age of Harley-Davidson customers is 46, compared with 36 for the rest of the motorbike industry. As a party to celebrate the centenary, the surprise performer were actually Elton John, rather than the Rolling Stones, who many people had expected. This caused many of the 150,000 riders and dealers to leave the event very unhappy. Although sales and earnings for Harley-Davidson have been increasing for the past 18 years, many people see trouble on the road ahead. The problem is Harley-Davidson typical customer come from the baby boom generation 1946 to 1964, and as their customers get older, Harley-Davidson may find its market shrinking. Shrinking.
Yeah. Shrinking, of course. Well, let's talk
Shrinking.
about this text, some words. Okay, actually, the history, maybe the beginning of Harley Davidson goes back a long time ago. So as you read, you know, in 2003, they celebrated 100 years old of the brand. So 100 year before 2003. So of course, it's something like really old style of motorbike. And you know, brand image is based on the spirit of wild and rebellious youth. As you know, youth is a period of time that you are young. So a period of time that you are young is youth. Okay, and rebellious, as you know, especially teenagers, young people, it's really difficult to control them, you know, and they don't behave in the way that is expected. They do anything they want. So this is the meaning of rebellious. So actually the base and the soul, the spirit of wild and rebellious youth, such as Marlon Brando in the film The Wild One. But you know, it's something like the typical, the normal consumers, buyers actually is very different. They're likely to rich, of course, they need to have money, middle-aged, not young people, about 46. Accountants, do you know the meaning? Actually, you know that, for example, just like an example, accountant, like, you know, a person who actually something like examine financial records and something like this in companies and organizations. So like middle-aged accountants who are rich, have money, about 46, but actually a person who buys a motorbike or actually ride a motorbike should be younger than 46, you know, not really middle-aged. So something like this, the problem. But why? And you know, at the party to celebrate the century, 100 years old, actually the surprise performer was Elton John. But rather than Rolling Stones, who many people had expected, because of this, actually, people, you know, something like got disappointed and left, even very unhappy. So, but the trouble, the problem, why the markets, you know, shrinking means, as you know, something becomes smaller. So shrink means become smaller. So what happened? Actually, Harley Davidson typical customers come from the baby boom, okay, generation. But what is the meaning of baby boom generation? Actually, there was a period of time, a period during which there is a big increase in the number of births, especially used to actually refer to the period, you know, especially in the US, something like this. It was about 1945 to 1965. So the number of birth increased. Many people, so something like gave birth. So because of this, we call this period baby boom. Now, it's goes back to 1946 to 1964. So now these people, of course, these people get old. So all the most of actually consumers are old people. So of course the market becomes smaller and smaller. So this is actually all about this text. Well, if there is no issues, no question related to those words, let's answer the questions. What is the brand image of Harley Davidson?
Brand image of Harley Davidson. Play on the streets of wide success.
Yeah. Wild and
Rebellious.
rebellious.
Just
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. So it was, you know, it's based on spirit of wild and rebellious youth, such as Marlon Brando in the film The Wild One, 1954. So why were many people unhappy about the music at the party?
because surprise performer, I mean the older person, the old person,
Yeah,
Elton John,
yeah.
rather than the Rolling Stone. So I think many people unhappy about the music at the party because the performer is an old person.
So now, of course, actually they expected Rolling Stone, but surprise performer was Elton John. So because of this, actually they were unhappy. Yeah, and number 3, what problem could Harley Davidson have in the future?
The problem could Davidson have in the future is Then customers get older.
Yeah, of course. They're getting older, of course. And what can Harley Davidson do to preserve? Preserve means save. Maybe to keep, to save its sales. Should it change its brand image? Should it look for new market segments? Should it stretch its brand? So what do you think?
I think they should look for new market segment.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
So you mean younger people?
Yeah, younger
Yeah,
people
of course.
and yeah, because other thing is be uh, will be related to the market segment.
Yeah, of course. So I think I do agree with you. So Harley Davidson could try to appeal to younger, actually, customers, not only old customers. So it's something like, but I don't know, it's a bit difficult because, they may lose some, I don't know, potential older customers if they move on a new segment. We don't know, but yeah, this is something that they can do. Well, we have another case that is JCB, so let's read about it. May I ask
Yeah,
you to read?
JCB is a world's famous engineering company. It was founded in 1945 by Joseph Cyril
Cyril.
Bamford. He began his business working alone in a small garage. JCB makes construction and agriculture equipment such as tractor, earth-moving vehicle, and loading machines. Now its world headquarters in England is one of the finest engineering factory in Europe. The company produces over 130 different models on 4 different continents and sell a full range of equipment in over 150 countries. It is truly a global brand. JCB research shows that its customers also associate the company with the
Yeah.
following brand value: yellow, bigger, and durable. Rodal saw the brand as being very British and suggesting an image of quality and being functional. Children, on the other hand, saw the brand as a big, muddy, and fun. JCB uh, decision to stretch its brand. I don't know.
Yeah, made a
Made,
decision. Yeah, made a decision
made,
to stretch its brand. So because of this, as you can see, not only for adults, so for children. So on the other hand,
yeah.
children actually see the brand as big, muddy, and fun. So actually, they made a decision to stretch it's the brand. So of course, I think this one is better. So as you know, actually, as you read just now, this brand is about some agricultural equipments or something like cars, like tractors and earth-moving vehicles, loading machines. Okay, and interesting. So actually, we have brand values here: yellow, digger, and durable. We know, as you remember, we started this word, so it's lasts for a long time, durable. And actually, adults saw the brand as being very British and suggesting an image of quality and being functional, so actually usable, functional. So they decided to stretch their brand. Okay, and now let's answer this question. So where does the name JCB come from?
JCB come from, I think, by the name of the founder.
Of course, Joseph Cyril Bamford, of course. Yeah, JCB Joseph Cyril Bamford, yeah, of course. So from the name of its founder. And what was surprising about JCB's customer research?
JCB customer research. The surprising about JCB JCB customer research associates the company with following brand value. It's separate with two kind of customer, like adult and children have different think about brand.
Of course, actually,
So,
adults and children have different images of the brand. Yeah. So what adults see actually is being very British and actually with an, quality, high quality and being functional. But, children, on the other hand, see the brand as big, muddy and fun. So we have two different images of the company. So it's really good. Okay, the third one. What sort of products do you think JCB developed as a result of its research?
I think JCB developed see. I'm not sure about this.
Maybe, of course, it's my opinion because we have actually the second market that can be children. So why not? They might have developed maybe some strong toys, cars for children. So why not? They can create something, make something for children.
Yeah. Yeah, we ever discussed about this. Yeah, and I remember that we ever mentioned about toy of toy for children.
So for children, no, we talked about the image of brand. So something that children think about brand, but not something that brand can develop. Okay, so they can develop. They can invest on this section about children. So why not?
Yeah.
But it's really interesting.
Yeah.
It's something like two irrelevant actually parts: children, adult, agricultural, cars and machines, and some toys. That's really interesting. And number 4, can you think of a similar example of brand stretching, okay, in your country? So do you have any idea? Because I want to know.
In my countries.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Vietnam is honestly we often import many product, a lot of product from other countries. Yeah. I'm not sure we have a good brand for local product Yeah, but I can give an example about Trung Nguyên coffee because Vietnam is the second largest market coffee in our world.
Yes.
And we have very famous brand here is Trung Nguyên coffee, and I remember that they make made a decision about brand strategy by to coffee for careers idea for young people. Yeah,
Yeah. Wow.
and uh, they give the like story about coffee
Yeah.
inspire people about the ideas that drink coffee and uh, create the new idea for everything. Yeah, I- so I think maybe it's a good example.
Yeah, I didn't get actually what other maybe product they produce. I didn't get this one. Yeah, they actually focused on new ideas to actually, I don't know, make some stories for young people. But did they publish books or something like, or I don't know, something like brochures or something like this, or no, just creating new ideas? Because when we say stretching, as you know, of course, we have different products with one name. So coffee and t-shirt, for example. So how about this? I want to know the
Yeah.
second product. What was the second product that they manufactured?
Um, as a say as beginning, they just provide the product coffee to sell to
Yeah,
like
coffee, of
a
course.
box and a packet, yeah, and yeah, gift,
Ah, gifts.
but
Yeah, got it. Yeah,
yeah,
something like
gift,
gift packages. Yeah,
yeah,
of course, got it.
yeah, 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 and they open coffee shop.
Ah,
Every
of
country,
course.
every province in Vietnam, and uh, uh, open coffee shop in other countries.
Yeah, so something like
And
Starbucks, something, somewhere like Starbucks, so different.
yeah,
Yeah, got
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
And they also uh, build and open the museum of coffee.
Ah, great. Wow.
Yeah, they have coffee village, coffee village.
Ah, great. Interesting. So, yeah, creative
Yeah,
idea.
yeah,
And
coffee village, and they open the uh, they have a beautiful place to build a house and attract people come and stay and relax. I mean, enjoy the peaceful
they
time.
accommodate people freely to have time and taste coffee, drink coffee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
So great. That's really good
yes,
idea, of course. I think it can be a kind of tourist attraction, even tourist attraction,
yes,
because when people visit your country, of course, the first thing that they want to see, is something. Yeah, they drink coffee and maybe the most famous, well-known coffee in your countries and brand. So they go, they visit, and that's a good idea, I think. Yeah, very good
yes,
idea.
yeah.
Creative. Well, okay, so let's keep going. And we have a listening section here. Okay, so but do you have any questions related to these two brands, JCB and Harley Davidson? Any questions, any issues related to these two texts?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I don't have any issue
Great.
for this.
Okay,
Just,
very yeah, very good. So for marketing executive at a cosmetic company are actually talking about licensing their product. So let's listen and answer these questions related to the actually audio. So let me play the audio 1.5. So, okay. Okay, this one.
Recording 1.5.
Okay, we all agree we want to increase our revenue by licensing our Luc Fontaine product range. As you know, Susan Lee, one of our contacts in Hong Kong, is very interested. Alain, how do you feel about this? Is she the right person for us?
Definitely. In my opinion, she's ideal. She's well known in Asia. She's got an excellent reputation in the industry. She's got a modern factory and a large customer base. I'd say she's just what we're looking for.
Right. Valerie, what do you think?
I agree, because she's very good at marketing. I've met her several times. She'll work 24 hours a day to get a sale, just the sort of person we want.
Barbara, you're shaking your head. What's your opinion?
I'm afraid I can't agree. I don't think she's suitable at all. All her products sell at the lower end of the market. They're in the cheaper price ranges. But our Luc Fontaine range is exclusive. The male and female perfumes are for people who don't mind spending a lot of money to look good. They're not a good match for what she's selling.
So what do you suggest then?
I think we should find someone else. I do have someone in mind. I met Hiroshi Takahashi recently. He's based in Nagoya. His healthcare company is doing really well. He makes various skin products and sells them under well-known European labels. In my opinion, his company has a lot to offer. Why don't we meet him and see if he's interested?
Well, so the first one, just if you need, you can listen again, so no worries.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I.
Yeah, of course. I know.
Yeah,
So.
I can understand. I mean the
General
brief of
idea.
conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can brief for more detail. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Of course, I know you can get the context, the general idea of the listening, who is talking and what they're talking about, but about details, of course, it's a bit difficult, so you need to listen again. Why not? Just let's listen and do this.
Recording 1.5.
Okay, we all agree we want to increase our revenue by licensing our Luc Fontaine product range.
So we all agree to
Yeah. Increase
very
licensing.
good.
Licensing, right?
No, to increase, they want to increase their revenue, the kind of profit, revenue by licensing, by licensing Luc Fontaine. So they want to increase the revenue. Revenue means profit, but you know the difference between revenue and profit,
Revenue and profits between, you mean between?
Yeah, of course, the difference between these two, because they're different. Normally we think they're the same because revenue and profit, both are profit, but there is a big difference here. when we say revenue, actually we talk about the money a business earns by selling a product or service. So all money, the whole money that they earn. But when we say profit, the money actually that business keeps after accounting for all the expenses involved, for example, tax, and for example, we have actually this involves actually revenue, is something like this. Get it?
Yeah.
Well, okay, let's keep going with the second one. So let me check. Okay, so the second one, what advantages does Susan Lee offer to Marvel? So let's listen.
As you know, Susan Lee, one of our contacts in Hong Kong, is very interested. Alain, how do you feel about this? Is she the right person for us?
Definitely. In my opinion, she's ideal. She's well known in Asia. She's got an excellent reputation in the industry. She's got a modern factory and a large customer base. I'd say she's just what we're looking for.
Right. Valerie.
So why she's good? Because
she has idea. She's
well
known in Asia.
Very good,
and
Nisha.
She has good reputation.
Very good. She has got an excellent reputation in the industry, of course, and important one, she's got a modern factory and a large customer base. So, and she's really good at marketing. So,
yeah.
Okay. The third one, according to Barbara, what is the disadvantages of offering a license to Susan? So let's talk about disadvantage.
What do you think? I agree, because she's very good at marketing. I've met her several times. She'll work 24 hours a day to get a sale, just the sort of person we want.
Barbara, you're shaking your head. What's your opinion?
I'm afraid I can't agree. I don't think she's suitable at all. All her products sell at the lower end of the market. They're in the cheaper price ranges. But our Luc Fontaine range is exclusive. The male and female perfumes are for people who don't mind spending a lot of money to look good. They're not a good match for what she's selling.
So what do you suggest?
So what's problem?
Problem is Susan Lee often sells a product as low as the end of market. I don't know, but I mean the cheap product and the product is exclusive. I mean, very expensive, it's high quality, and maybe it's not matched with her experience.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, of course, you're right. So as you said, all her what is this? Okay, so all her products sell at the lower ends of the market. It means, you know, they are in the cheaper price ranges. So actually comparing, you know, Luc Fontaine, of course, that is exclusive. So of course, it's not a good match. Very good. And what suggestion does Barbara make to her colleagues? So let's listen.
I think we should find someone else. I do have someone in mind. I met Hiroshi Takahashi recently. He's based in Nagoya. His healthcare company is doing really well. He makes various skin products and sells them under well-known European labels. In my opinion, his company has a lot to offer.
So, who and why?
Oh, her colleagues.
So Hiroshi Takahashi, yeah?
Yeah.
based in Nagoya. So this person, just I typed the name, maybe it was difficult to hear the names. Hiroshi Takahashi, and why?
She has lots of customer. I'm not sure.
So he has a healthcare company that is doing really well, and he makes various products and sell them actually under well-known European labels. So because of this, actually this one is really good match. So he has a actually healthcare company actually that maybe produce different actually products and sells them on the well-known European labels. So because of this one is good. Okay, and now let's keep going and complete the extract, maybe the summary of the conversation. If you need, you can listen again. If no, you can complete it.
Yeah.
I think you need.
Yeah. Yeah, please.
Well, of course. So let me play.
Recording 1.5.
Okay, we all agree we want to increase our revenue by licensing our Luc Fontaine product range. As you know, Susan Lee, one of our contacts in Hong Kong, is very interested. Alain, how do you feel about this? Is she the right person for us?
Definitely. In my opinion, she's ideal. She's well known in Asia. She's got an excellent reputation in the industry. She's got a modern factory and a large customer base. I'd say she's just what we're looking for.
Right. Valerie, what do you think?
I agree, because she's very good at marketing. I've met her several times. She'll work 24 hours a day to get a sale, just the sort of person we want.
Barbara, you're shaking your head. What's your opinion?
I'm afraid I can't agree. I don't think she's suitable at all. All her products sell at the lower end of the market. They're in the cheaper price ranges. But our Luc Fontaine range is exclusive. The male and female perfumes are for people who don't mind spending a lot of money to look good. They're not a good match for what she's selling.
So what do you suggest then?
I think we should find someone else. I do have someone in mind. I met Hiroshi Takahashi recently. He's based in Nagoya. His healthcare company is doing really well. He makes various skin products and sells them under well-known European labels. In my opinion, his company has a lot to offer. Why don't we meet him and see if he's interested?
Well, just before we check the answer, may I ask you 1 minute to check something?
Okay. It's okay. Yeah. Take your time.
Well, let's check the answers. Thank you. Okay, so Ella, how?
How do you feel about it?
Very good. And Valerie?
Valerie, what do you think?
Yeah, very good.
I agree.
Yeah, Very good.
Barbara, what your opinion?
Yeah, what's your opinion? Very good.
Barbara, I'm afraid I don't agree.
Yeah, of course. I'm afraid I can't agree. I don't think. I'm afraid I can't agree.
Barbara, I think we should find someone else.
Yeah, very good. And
In my opinion, his company has a lot to offer. Why we don't meet him?
why don't we? Normally, we can use negative questions to actually make suggestion. For example, why don't you stay here? It means please stay here. So when you want to make suggestion, you can make negative questions using negative auxiliaries and WH words. Why don't you? Why don't you sit? It means please sit. Okay, why don't you eat? Please eat. So something like this. Well, okay, and now we completed this part. Now, which of the phrases in exercise B are asking for opinion, you think?
The first one is how do you feel?
Yeah, of course.
And what do you think?
Excellent.
And what's your opinion?
Good job. Very good. And which one actually are giving opinions?
Giving opinion is I think we should.
Yeah, like for example, yeah. So when we say I think we should, I agree, like I agree, it's okay. Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah, of course. And
I'm afraid of I can.
this one agreeing, disagreeing. When I say I'm afraid I can't agree, it means I want to state my agreement or disagreement. So I'm stating my disagreement. So agree, disagree. So this is related to number 3, agreeing or disagreeing. It's not opinion.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
And so I agree, or for example, I'm afraid I can't agree. Some they are actually agree, disagree. And which one for making suggestion?
I think we should. And why don't we?
Of course, why don't we? Very good, good job. Okay, so as you can see, so again, we have useful language phrases that we can use. So for asking for opinion, how do you feel about? What do you think? What is your opinion? What's your view or something like this? I think, I reckon, in my opinion, from my perspective. So agree. I agree. I absolutely, definitely agree. I think so. Disagree. Something like, I'm afraid I can't. I'm not sure. Maybe, but. So I see, for example, or know what you, for example, mean, but, you know, we have but here. If you want to make suggestion, again, as I told you, negative questions, the best thing to make suggestion. And I think we should. I think we should do this. I think we should invite. How about? But you know, how about is used to make suggestion, but for the second alternative. For example, I gave one suggestion. So I think, yeah, I think this brand is good. And you say, yeah, not bad. How about that one? So how about actually is something comes after my first suggestion. And maybe we can do this. Maybe we could, for example, invite this person. So they are useful actually phrases that you can use to maybe ask and make suggestions. So ask for opinion and make suggestion. Well, and well, Cafaroma. So we have a well-known brand of coffee. It's owned by EFD. So let's read.
Cafe Roma, a well-known brand of coffee, is owned by PEFE, a company based in Turin, Italy. It is promoted as an exclusive product for people who love ground coffee. Its image, its image is of an Italian-style coffee. It has a strong and slightly bitter taste and costs more than almost every other ground coffee product on the market. Oh, problems. In the last 2 years, Cafe Roma share of the quality ground coffee markets has declined by almost 30%. There are several reasons for this. Brand loyalty. Consumers have become less loyal to brand and more price conscious. They are willing to buy lower price coffee products. Oh. B. Price. Supermarkets are selling under their own label similar product to Cafe Roma at much lower price.
Yeah.
C. Copycat product. Competing product of Italian style ground coffee are selling at price 30 to 40% lower than Cafe Roma. D. Brand image. The Cafe Roma brand no longer seems to be exciting and up to date. Oh,
Yeah.
yes, we have some trouble.
Yeah, of course. So the first one, of course, you know this word really good. So ground coffee, you know that, actually ground coffee is made from beans that actually,
Yeah.
you know, this one is different from instant coffee. So you know this. And what's the problem? So this word, I think this word, when the product actually promoted as an exclusive, it means actually it's limited to only a group of people. So of course you have maybe a limited market. Now, people are price conscious, they're aware of conscious. So of course your price should be higher than the other, maybe something like competitors markets. So I think when people are price conscious, this means they're aware of prices. So they compare, oh, this brand, actually we can buy another brand, another coffee, for example, with lower price. Why do we need to pay? So this is brand loyalty. And of course, that's interesting about supermarket are selling under their own label similar products to Cafe Roma at much lower prices. So of course, that's interesting. And we have copycat products, it's something like some other products, as you can see, about 30 to 40% lower than Cafe Roma. So of course, exactly the same. So why not? And brand image. So it's something like they are not up to date. So ordinary. So that, of course, there is no exciting, interesting thing. So of course they will lose their market. So I think. Well, and as you can see, market share European quality, ground coffee, top 5 European supermarket own label brands, Cafe Roma, all the brands. So as you can see, last year, we have a decline here. So decrease. So 2 years ago, the segment actually is bigger. The yellow segment is bigger comparing last year. And again, we have a bar chart here. So 2 years ago and last year. So as you can see, again, so specialist shops, supermarket, restaurants, and hotels. So as you can see, we have a decrease. So in focus group results, do you think, okay, let me ask you, Do you think, according to this, we have two charts, so just let me briefly talk about these two charts. Actually, we normally talk about diagrams and charts in IELTS writing task 1, but here we have pie chart. These two circles, they are called pie charts, and this is bar chart. So actually, as you can see, we have some bars, they are called bars, and we have some segments, they are segments in pie chart. So as you can see, we have some information in these two charts. Now we're going to compare them according to this chart. So do you think Cafe Roma is expensive? Most of people answering yes.
Yeah.
60%. So do you think yes?
Yeah, I think yes, because yeah,
Of
60% is too high.
Yeah, of course, of course. So the second one, value for money. So, 43. So it's not good.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not good.
Yeah, a good quality. 70% is good.
Yeah,
And not bad.
good.
Yeah. Old fashioned. 80%.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Wow.
Old-fashioned.
Yeah,
It
exciting.
needs to change.
Yeah, of course.
Exciting. Oh, very poor.
Yeah, and exclusive 55, half of people who are asked
Yeah.
yes. So of
Yes.
course, so as when we compare these numbers, these figures, of course, we get this brand will be expired very soon.
Expire.
Yeah, of course. You know, this actually, the end is really close to us, yeah. Yeah, and we have some solutions, but whether we're going to read just, but before, because we don't have time to read this part, but I want to ask your opinion about this brand. So if you were, for example, I don't know, something like responsible for, I don't know, maybe in some part of this company. So what would you do to maybe rescue, to save this brand?
Yeah. Maybe they need to build rebuild vision and mission. You know, because at the beginning they promoted the product as an exclusive.
Exclusive, of course. Limited group of.
Yeah, if they still want to focus on the exclusive customers, so they need to try to make product is more high quality, more attract, more how to say, more. They have limited
So
product.
you mean they need bigger, actually target markets. And so it's something like consumer, now consumer a limited group of people, but you know, they need to expand this market actually, so that most of people have chance to buy. So of course, I do agree with you. And I think they need to do something with this one. They need to be up to date. It's, you know, become up to date. Yeah, of course, old fashioned. Yeah, of course. So especially, yeah, you know, especially in the world of colors and designs. Yeah, we are living in the world of colors and design. So an old fashioned brand, of course, can't compete. And this is something marathon. So we have a marathon nowadays among brands and I don't know products. So I think they need to do something. Well, of course, next session we will study this part again. So we're going to read about possible solutions. So next session. Yeah. So we skip this part for the next session. Oh, we have a writing section.
Yeah.
Favorite one.
Oh my.
Yeah, okay. Every session we have some like this. Yeah. Okay, so we need to skip this part for the next session. Next session, we'll talk about it again. Just if you have any questions, any issues, now it's time to ask.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And have a great night, sweet dreams, and see you.
Yeah, thank you. See you. Bye.